Objective: explanation of decomposition reactions with examples. Hi, young scientists. How are you? Oh, you're all surprised that I have addressed you as scientists. Yes, I mean it. In future, some of you may enter into the research field and settle as scientists. Because today's topic is so interesting and thought-provoking, that is, decomposition reactions. Definition of decomposition. Let us define the decomposition reaction. The reaction in which a single substance breaks down into two or more substances is called decomposition reaction. Several chemical reactions come under this category. Classification of decomposition reactions. Based on the source of energy for decomposition reaction, these reactions are classified into three types. They are: first, thermal decomposition. In this type of reaction, decomposition is carried out by heating. Second, electrolytic decomposition. In this type of reaction, decomposition is carried out by producing electricity through electrolysis. Third, solar decomposition. In this type of reactions, decomposition is carried out by providing light energy. Let us study one by one. 1. Thermal decomposition. Activity 1. Decomposition of ferrous sulfate. FeSO4, 7H2O. Take 2 grams of ferrous sulfate crystals in a dry boiling tube. The color of ferrous sulfate crystals is green. Heat the boiling tube over the flame of a burner for a few minutes. Observe the change in the color of the crystals during heating. Gradually, the green color of the crystal will change due to the loss of water molecules. The ferrous sulfate crystal starts emitting some gases with burning sulfur smell. The reaction occurring in this process is breaking of a single compound ferrous sulfate into ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide, and sulfur trioxide. 2. FeSO4 solid on applying heat gives Fe2O3 solid plus SO2 gas plus SO3 gas. Hence, this is a decomposition reaction. Activity 2. Thermal decomposition. Decomposition of calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate, on thermal decomposition, produces calcium oxide called quicklime and carbon dioxide. CaCO3 solid on applying heat gives CaO solid plus CO2 gas. It is an important decomposition reaction used in various industries like cement industry. Activity 3. Thermal decomposition. Decomposition of lead nitrate. Take about 2 grams of lead nitrate powder in a boiling tube. Hold the boiling tube with a pair of tongs and heat it over a flame. You will observe the emission of brown fumes from the boiling tube. These fumes are nitrogen dioxide, NO2, liberated due to decomposition of lead nitrate. 2Pb, NO3 twice, solid on applying heat gives 2PbO solid plus 4 NO2 gas plus O2 gas. Electrolytic decomposition. For this type of decomposition, source of energy is electrolysis. Activity. Take a container and drill 2 holes at its base. Fit rubber stoppers into these holes. Insert carbon electrodes into these rubber stoppers. Connect these electrodes to 6-volt battery. Fill the container with water such that electrodes are immersed, and then a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid to the water. The role of sulfuric acid is to improve the conductivity of water. Take 2 test tubes filled with water and invert them over the 2 carbon electrodes. Switch on the current and leave the apparatus undisturbed for some time. You can observe the formation of bubbles at both electrodes. These bubbles start displacing water in the test tube gradually. The volume of water displaced in both the test tubes is in the ratio 2:1. At one electrode, oxygen, and at the other electrode, hydrogen gases will be released. Remove both the test tubes carefully and test these gases one by one. By bringing a burning candle close to the mouth of the test tube. One tube helps in burning of the candle brightly, while the other tube burns with a blast. From this activity, it is clear that the first test tube contains oxygen and the other contains hydrogen. Thus, we can conclude that water is decomposed by electricity into hydrogen and oxygen gases. H2O liquid, on applying electricity, gives H2 gas plus half O2 gas. Solar decomposition. In this type, sunlight helps in the decomposition reaction. Take 2 grams of silver chloride in a china dish. Place this china dish in sunlight for some time. You can observe that the white color of silver chloride turns into grey color in sunlight. This is due to the decomposition of silver chloride into silver metal and chlorine gas. The reaction involved is 2AgCl, solid, in sunlight gives 2Ag, solid, plus Cl2, gas. Just like silver chloride, silver bromide also undergoes decomposition under sunlight. The pale yellow color of silver bromide turns to grey color due to the composition reaction. 2AgBr solid in sunlight gives 2Ag solid plus Br2 gas. Summary. The reaction in which a single substance breaks into 2 or more substances is called decomposition reaction. There are mainly 3 types of decomposition reactions. Thermal decomposition by heating. Examples: decomposition of calcium carbonate, lead nitrate, ferrous sulfate, etc. B. Electrolytic decomposition by electrolysis. Example: decomposition of water. C. Solar decomposition by exposing to sunlight. Example: decomposition of silver chloride and silver bromide under sunlight.